Hi guys, so we are doing the fire signs July 2025. We're going to start with Aries, then go into Leo, and then Sagittarius. We'll do love and career spreads and see what's in store for you for July 2025, okay? Thanks for being here, by the way. I really appreciate your support. I've seen how much you guys have been benefiting from these videos, and it makes me really happy that you guys are watching. So make sure to check out the other content on my channel. They're always fun. The pick a cards are super fun, and the shorts as well. So I hope these messages reach you and you enjoy them. Okay, so let's start with Aries. I do feel like for all of the fire signs though, there's going to be like incoming messages or people visiting. There's like something coming. Like whether it's because you've attracted it or you have spent time sort of pensively attracting this and like calling it in, it's coming in the month of July. So okay, let's jump into Aries. Let's do love first for Aries. Aries, what can Aries expect in love? Those came out very, very easily, by the way. So your significant other is coming up. This is the significant other card. So they're coming up in your reading here. Are you anxious, Aries? Is there some kind of anxiety? Are you worried about them in some way? Is there some kind of like worry about them? There's something about their behavior that worries you. It could be trust issues. It could be abandonment stuff. It could be like an emotional distance here. But there's something about this person's behavior or actions towards you, or lack of actions, that's concerning you this month, July 2025. It's almost like there was a moment of you guys were good, and then now there's kind of a switch has flipped, and now you're concerned. This person's acting kind of strange or not to your liking. And everyone's situation, this is a general reading, so it's going to apply to you in a little bit of a different way. But there's something about this person's habits, but it's not habits because they're recently changed, right? Like new habits maybe, or like new actions that are kind of concerning you or worrying you. Yeah, so let's dig in a little bit deeper. Let's go into the tarot. But this person still has your heart. I can see that. You're still very interested in this person, and that's why I think there's a concern here. I want this card as well. Oh, these two fell out. Page of Cups, Three of Wands. Okay, I'll entertain it. That's a lot of cards, but I'll entertain it. There's something about this person's behavior that's concerning you. There's like a shift here, and you're not really quite sure how to handle it. The Moon, the High Priestess, and the Three. Okay. If you're having trust issues with this person, all I see is trust issues. There are things that maybe you don't know. I'm not saying, okay, let me sort of be very clear about what I'm trying to say here. You get the sense that you don't know all of what you need to know. That's what I see here. I'm not necessarily yet seeing that there are things you do in fact not know and that you should know or anything like that. No. What I see is how you feel, and what I'm sensing is that you feel that there's more to it than what you are being told or than what you know. Like maybe this person's sort of being a little bit cryptic with what they say, the words that they use, like they're strategically sort of communicating with you, and like maybe you don't know the full story. That's kind of what this feels like. Now, whether or not these feelings and these suspicions are founded, I don't know yet, because the Moon card is here, and the Moon can also talk about fears. So it might, I'm not saying it is in your head, but you might want to decipher and distinguish between what part of it is actually their behavior and your gut feeling, and what part of it is just fear from maybe past experiences that you've had. Either with this person or without this person, my feeling is that it's actually in relationships that you've had in the past, not specifically with this person. But there is an element of fear here, and there is an element of, you know, you not being kept apprised of everything, specifically when it comes to their interactions with other people, friendships, that sort of thing. Yeah, see? These two cards go together. You have the Nine of Swords. It is talking about worry and concern and anxiety, sleepless nights. Like you're up wondering where they're at or what they're doing or who they're with. I think this person has either apologized for maybe their past behaviors or patterns, or they've come try to talk to you about and trying to be sort of frank or honest with their feelings or being transparent. But I don't think that that's enough for you, at least not enough to sort of calm your fears and your anxiety about the situation. I feel like you're still in that space of like waiting either for the other shoe to drop or waiting to get more communication and more information, because what's being served to you or given to you is not enough. It's not the full story, is the way that you're perceiving it. But you're very committed to this person. Like this person has your heart. You're in no time, if it was outside of this particular feeling, like you don't want to let this person go. Clearly you want them in your energy. You've invested time, effort, money, feelings, all that stuff into this person, and I don't see you wanting to walk away. That's why it's so difficult for you. But there's a lot of confusion, and you're trying really hard to distinguish between like your gut or your fear. Is it like past stuff that maybe like there's trust issues about, right? With past people, like maybe you've been, you know, sort of screwed over in the past, and now like that's affecting you, and you're trying to differentiate between that and like if you're actually missing something with this person and this person's not telling you the full deal. You really think that they are hiding something. You really truly do. And it's causing you a feeling of rejection, a feeling of not being worthy or good enough in some way, whether it's physically or financially. You're struggling with that. I need to get an advice card for this, because what is the advice here for Aries? There's one. Okay. Come to the edge. This is your advice for your love matter for this situation in terms of how you're feeling. The advice here is to take a risk. I'm not saying trust this person. That's not the risk. The risk that you need to take is be very, very transparent and blunt with this person. This could sound and look a little bit like an ultimatum, but not exactly to where it's like, you tell me everything or I'm walking, right? Because you clearly still are very, very attached to this person and don't want to let them go. And also the fact that you have suspicions doesn't mean that you have anything in concrete that they were doing or saying or how they were acting. But I would say be very, very clear with this person about your feelings, your anxieties, your concern, your fear, what they're doing, and what they should or can be doing to help you through it. Because if you're in a partnership, both partners should be willing to help the other when they're struggling with either trust issues, abandonment issues, rejection issues, or whatever's in the past. So this person should be open to what you have to say and take some sort of action to help calm your fears. What that might look like for you, again, it's going to be different, right? Because it depends on the situation. But if you come to the person with your feelings and your thoughts and your anxieties and give it to them, they should be able to do something or say something that'll help calm that. They should be able to, at the very least, work with you on these issues. And so the advice here is to try to do that with them. Try to present the problem to them. If they're already aware of it, then having a very serious discussion with them about how you're feeling and what you want in the future, that's going to help you sort of overcome this issue and this obstacle. And I think that at some point it may be like a make or break sort of situation, but it really is dependent on your situation with your person, and everyone's in a separate, you know, in a different circumstance, because this is like a general reading. But so yeah, so that is your message for love, Aries. Let's move on to your career. If you guys want a personal reading, I'm always available for personal readings. It's tough for me to actually look into what this person's actions are and tell you that, because everyone's a little bit different and it's not going to be the same, and it's not going to be true for everyone watching this video. And I don't want to lead you guys astray. So, okay. So career, Aries. What can Aries expect in career for July 2025? So you have the moon, the fox, and the key. Nice. Interesting. So I see a lot of good fortune coming your way. You are doing a really good job of looking out for yourself in business. You've made some very interesting and important and intelligent strategic moves recently, and they're going to start paying off in the month of July 2025. And even the following month, I see even going into August, mid-August. It's almost like, I want to say the revenue keeps coming in for some reason. But I do see money coming in, flowing in, prosperity for sure. And I think it's based off of the decisions that you've already made in the past. So it's nothing like, oh, you have to make a decision this month or anything. No, you just have to continue with the plan in place right now. You've had a strategy in place, and now it's officially going to start paying off, paying dividends into August 2025. There's one. There's two. And there's three. Oh. Emperor. Wow, you come up in your reading. I've had that a lot. I think I've had that on almost all the readings where the sign comes up for you guys. You're very much in control of your position and your power. You do feel empowered because you are empowered. You get to say left or right, and that's what happens. You are the boss of you and your situation right now. Despite other people's opinions. So I think other people may have wanted to sway you left or right, or other people have different opinions about what should be getting done or how it should be getting done. But you've stuck to your, guns, and you've stood your ground, and that's paying off. You're very much in a leadership position here, and whether in your position or if you're an entrepreneur, you're very much in control of your brand or how you're moving forward with your project. And that's paying off, because I think you knew all along, like you had vision. You have something that other people don't agree with or don't understand, which is vision. And vision is like imperative for a leader, a good leader, a successful leader to have. Whether they're leading a small project or an entire corporation, it doesn't matter. But you have so much leadership like capability here that people don't always fully understand or grasp. And they think, there's different opinions and blah, blah, blah. No, there's not. There's like right or wrong, and you're right. Clarifying, we have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're going to have some pushback here from people and their opinions, right? They're going to have something to say. They're going to have some thoughts about it. I don't see you like shaking. I don't see you like changing your strategy just because other people disagree. They don't agree. That's fine. Blank or get off the pot. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be a part of this if you don't want to be a part of this, but I'm moving forward and I'm making my dreams come true. You can either be on the ship or not. Doesn't matter. There's a very cool confidence here in you as well. I don't see you being confrontational at all. These people or these opinions or this like feedback, whatever it is that you're getting, I don't think you're letting it in the least get in the way of like stopping you or in the way of like dissuading you from what you want to do. There is a very quiet confidence here that you're having, that you're displaying. And if anything, that's gaining you more followers, and you're gaining even more momentum, and you're even like more centered because of it. And people can see that. It's almost like the more they push, the stronger you grip to, like the more you dig your heels into the ground. And stubbornness isn't always like a good thing, but in this situation, I can see you being a bit stubborn and it actually working out in your favor. I think that is what you need in this situation, and that is what you're doing. Because I don't think you're letting this go. I think you have a vision, and people can either like partake and be part of it or not. That's completely irrelevant to what you're doing, because you're still moving forward and you're going to make this happen for yourself. And you're starting to gain momentum as well. I think you've already, like I said, started something in the past that's going to be reaping rewards. You know, you're going to be reaping the rewards this coming month, July into August. But there is sort of like, you know, the ball's rolling. Oh, this is going to be a good month for you. This is going to be a really good month for you, Aries. Congratulations to you. I want to hear all about what this is and what the project is and how it's going. And so let's move into Gemini. Sorry, Gemini. Leo. Let's do Leo. I should remember Leo. I'm Leo rising. Hello. Okay. Leo love. What can Leo expect in love? One more, please. Leo, love, July 2025. Your person comes up. So there's a person in your life. This may be someone that you have had a crush on, or someone that you've had feelings for at the workplace or at school. Something within an organization. So it's not like you didn't meet them doing a hobby necessarily. You didn't necessarily meet them at a bar or restaurant, but this might be someone that you've met or that you've known through work or school or some kind of position or organization that you've met through. This person's interested in you, so the feelings are mutual. I am getting work quite a bit, like a work romance. Or like a business, some kind of business contract or business connection is what I want to say. Or maybe they're helping you. You met them because you were seeking some kind of help in some way from an organization, and you met them through there. I suppose, or vice versa, they came to you if you're consulting or doing something like that and you're helping them. But I feel like, yeah, it's something like that, something business related. You have the Justice card, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. They could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or you could have met them during one of these seasons of like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That's what I'm getting. This is mutual though. There's this attraction. I feel like it's starting out. It's not like yet established. But it feels very mutual. Like the attraction, the fondness. I'm getting like a fondness is there. But why do I see challenges though? I feel like I see some challenges here. Like it's not easy. It's not like, I don't know if it's like because maybe you met through work, you're not really sure how to sort of transition between being colleagues to, you know, like, hey, can we go out sometime type thing. Or maybe they're struggling with that, making it sort of, you know, a romantic connection apart from just being business. 3 cards fell, so I'm going to take them. Magician, Page of Pentacles, and work, you guys. I can't make this stuff up. Yeah, I think this is work related. Or it's in some kind of environment where it's like, you know, it's a little taboo, I think, or it's a little challenging to get to know this person one-on-one if there's other people around, or even to be able to ask them out or for them to make a move, right? There's not a lot of like opportunity for that. In the month of July, though, I do see this person making a move. It might not be a big, like, hey, I'm interested in you, I'd like to take you out to dinner, right? Or something like that, that obvious. It might be something more like, oh, I was wondering if you have some time on blah, blah, blah day. I, had plans to go here or there, and I was just wondering if you were available because it'd be great to hear more about this topic. Maybe we could have coffee even or something. You know what I mean? Something like that. Something more casual, something more like subdued. But I do see them making a move in the month of July. So that's really good news. And this person, like I said, they seem to have like a mutual attraction to you. I also see a lot of respect and admiration. Again, I'm getting like colleague energy or consulting or something business related or project related. Something like that. But I do see like this person is like, sees you in a very respectful light. So taking that to a more romantic dynamic, that's why I see this bit of a challenge here. All right, Leo. Well, thanks so much for joining me. Let's do your career. Since we did your love, let's move on to career. Leo and career. What can Leo expect in career for July 2025? Message for career, please, for Leo. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. So this is a job opportunity or work opportunity or something. It's a project you really, really wanted to work on, something that's barely starting out. This could even be like a business proposal or a business loan. Drafting like up a business loan or business plan, right? Don't you need a business plan to start off your business? Something like that. So that's what I see. Brand new. Something brand new, but that you're really excited about. Like your heart's set on this. Like emotionally, this would make you very happy if this went through. And I see it starting out and starting to gain a little bit of traction here. That's what I'm getting. It's also like a very well-rounded opportunity. I don't know if this would give you good home work-life balance or help you in your health specifically, because I'm getting like health, like mental health, emotional health, or physical health, something like that. It might be health related or health industry, but I do see that and I get that. So it's good for you. It's like, it's good for you. And I think that's part of why it's such a welcome opportunity. Eight of Wands, 10 of Wands, Page of Cups. Yeah, you're gaining traction. There's like some momentum, some movement here. It might be some hard work though. It might require some hard work. But I think like you're really welcoming of this. It could also be in relationship to children. So if you're a teacher or a caregiver or like starting a daycare, it could be, tutoring. It could be anything children related, even children athletics, right? Because we were talking about like health and stuff. So it could be involving children. Or it could be like an opportunity that makes you feel like a kid again. I see that as well. But this is good. This is very happy energy. It's hard work, but it's not hard work that you don't want to do. It's almost like, that feeling like where they say, if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life. It's kind of like that. I think that's how you feel about this opportunity. That's how you see it. Ooh, there was a card that was turned over, I think. No way, look, 10 of Cups. It makes you happy. It's your bliss. It might be your dream job to some degree. It's like you finally doing what you want to do, not what you have to do to get by or whatever. This is super cool. Why was this turned over? Like, I was just shuffling, like I've been shuffling this deck. How is this one card turned over? And I didn't get this card for the other readings. That's so crazy. 2 tens, 10 of Swords. Yeah, okay. I think at some point in your career, in your professional life, you didn't think this would happen. You doubted yourself, or you doubted the opportunity, the validity of this project, the thing. You didn't think it would happen. There was a large part of you, or a large amount of time that went on where you just did not think this would happen. It felt like you couldn't accomplish it. It felt impossible. But the impossible becomes possible. It's almost like it's a mini miracle, or a big miracle. And you get to start anew. Look at how much brand new energy you have here. It's incredible. So much love and emotion. You have the heart and the 10 of Cups. And the Page of Cups, right? So much love and passion and emotion. And it's not even so much passion, although you do have a lot of passion here as well. So it might be your calling, right? But it's emotionally sort of gratifying for you. Like you feel, it makes you feel different. And then here you have the Child, the Page of Cups, which is also sort of the nexus between something new, which is a child. A child is brand new life, right? And emotions. And then you have the Fool as well, which is starting something out new. The Fool is typically a young energy as well, like a young adult. Fresh start, fresh new start. And there's so much sun and rainbows. Look, rainbow, sun, sunlight, just like so much brightness here. You guys, this is going to be an amazing month for you to make your dreams come true in your career and your love and your projects. I feel like even if you'd given up in the past, even though you'd given up hope, right now is when the sun starts to shine again in your career and your finances and your love, because this is something you really love to do and you're going to actually be very happy at it. You're very good. You already know you're very good at it. But it actually happens for you. July 2025, what an amazing month for you. This is great. Good luck to you, Leo. This is an amazing career read. I love to see happy. Happy energy. Okay, so let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What can Sagittarius expect in love? We'll do love first. What can my Sag expect in love? Scythe, rods, or whip and clover. This is cool. So you may be feeling kind of young. There's this like young energy. So I don't know if you're starting to go out a little bit more or hang out with like people that are more fun, but I see fun here. Or if you're starting to date someone, I see you having fun with them on dates. I'm not getting too much of a committed relationship here. I'm getting more like single to dating type energy. But there's kind of this like these issues or problems or conflict you've had in the past, whether with someone, they're kind of going away here. So if you've recently gone through a breakup or a separation or no contact situation with someone, or you've had some conflict in your dating life, for example, not finding the right person, I see those problems getting resolved, or them not affecting you the way that they were impacting you before in July 2025. It's almost like you're no longer giving them power. So I don't know if you're getting a stronger grasp on your like mental, like your thoughts and your, your control over your thoughts. But I see you sort of leaving that stuff in the past and moving towards a brighter future. Specifically, so the clover is talking about good luck and serendipity. So there's some kind of event or something that happens in July 2025 that makes you sort of brush off and kind of let go of some of the issues and the conflict that you've had in your romantic life leading up into July 2025. And I see more fun. Again, I see more like young energy, like youthful and like more just fun. More freedom, if you will. Yeah. Wow. So you have the Magician, the Six of Wands, and the Emperor. This is a lot of fun, you guys. You're getting a lot of attention. You're being noticed as well, too. You're almost like a prize to be won. And people are noticing. And I'm going to say, people that are younger than you and older than you are noticing you. You're sticking out. You're standing out in a crowd. And people are like, you're drawing attention to yourself this month. You're shining your light. You're shining your light. I don't know if you're going through a glow up also, but even if you don't feel like you're going through a glow up or you haven't done anything specifically to go through a glow up, you're being noticed a lot here. And you're being pursued, I'm going to say. You will be pursued this month. Oof. Okay. I dropped 4, so I'm going to take all of them. 4 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and 8. So while I don't see anyone that you're necessarily super interested in or super about, it doesn't mean that you're not getting your fair share of attention and opportunities and offers. You might be holding out for someone either specific or an ideal right now. So you might have already made up your mind about like, these are the requirements that I want in a partner, or these are the things, this is my bare min, right? Or this is my standard. And while people may not be exactly meeting that standard, you do have opportunities here. It's not for lack of like people noticing you and liking you, but I think you're kind of have your head, like you're hell-bent on getting like your counterpart. You're hell-bent on getting that one person, your other half, your better half, that sort of energy. And the people that are around you are falling short a little bit. But there's plenty of opportunity here, you guys. I can't tell you enough. 7 of Cups, 6 of Wands. You have the 4 of Cups. Like I see like you getting a lot of attention, like people left and right, whether that's, whatever sex or gender you're interested in, you're getting plenty of attention. It's not for lack of attention, you guys. And I think you're having fun with it, right? I think you should, because it certainly looks like you're, I would say like certainly enjoy it, but I do see that you're holding out for like your one true love sort of thing. And I don't think that you're necessarily finding it. It might be also because of the places that you're going. I don't think that you're necessarily going to find that kind of energy there. But I think it's something that you do want to work towards. Also, if you're on an emotional journey in terms of like healing and stuff like that, I do see you working on your healing so that you are able to be in the space where you can be with your counterpart. Because you know how they always say like, date yourself, but they also say be the person that you want to date. I think that's part of it as well. I think you're going to be working on being that person that you want for yourself in July, so that you can work towards getting this final end all be all perfect, soulmate type energy for yourself. But in the meantime, I see you having a lot of fun and a lot of suitors and opportunity for you. So enjoy the month of July, because it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun for you. So Sag, let's do your career. What can you expect in career for the month of July 2025? What can Sagittarius expect in the month of July for 2025? Career, Sag, July 2025. This one. Okay. So you have the Coffin, the Fox, and the Anchor, sorry. The Anchor. There's a difficult situation that's been lingering. It's a transition. And I see it staying longer than you wanted to or thought. I don't see a change here, unfortunately. If you are stuck at a dead-end job or stuck in a position that you don't really like or enjoy, it almost feels like a loveless marriage when it comes to your professional life. Unfortunately, I don't see a change here happening for you anytime soon. I do see you being a survivor, and I do see you overcoming the challenges that this present situation poses for you. The problem is that you're going to have to continuing on for a while to come. There is no change here. You're almost there, and there will be a change in the future, but you're not quite there yet. You're going to have to hold out a little bit longer. This difficult sort of thing, this difficult situation, it's going to last longer than you would like. It's already lasted a while longer than you would have liked, and it's going to be sort of challenging in the month of July 2025. Okay, let's see. Clarifiers, please. Knight of Swords, Hierophant, Ten of Cups. Beautiful. Beautiful. This conflict situation, this difficult, it feels, I don't know if it feels like a toxic work environment. I don't know that it's necessarily related to other people. It's just the season is what I want to say. This season of your career is challenging, has been challenging, and will be challenging for a bit. At least for the month of July. I see you trying your hardest to not let it get you down or let it get to you. I don't know your situation necessarily. This is a general reading, so it's going to be a little bit different for everyone. But I do see this situation being challenging for you. But you've done your best. You've done the best you absolutely can, and you've been a survivor through it all, and you will continue to be. You've also been very honorable in the decisions that you've made. So you have good karma coming your way. You do. Because you haven't acted out against anyone. If anything, you've always been super of an abundant mentality. You're like the opposite of a lack mentality, right? So for that, the universe is rewarding you for something beautiful and wonderful and emotionally fulfilling later in a future. Because of this difficult situation that you're going to. It's almost like you're earning your good karma. And you've been earning your good karma. Because again, you've acted in a very honorable way. Whereas, A, other people probably wouldn't have in your situation. Or you had the opportunity to not and you chose the right road. Or B, people around you maybe aren't acting in honorable ways. But you have. And because you have, you will be rewarded. I will say, though, I do feel the energy of compartmentalizing this. So I feel like in order for you to have been successful in your position up to now or this present situation, you've had to sort of compartmentalize. Like your mind has gone in one direction and your heart in another. You've had to sort of block, or there's like a blockage, like a blockade, from this negative energy that's been around you or these difficulties, these challenges. You haven't let it get to you, and in order to do that, you've had to sort of separate yourself from that, because I do feel the energy of wow, beautiful. I do see and feel the energy of compartmentalizing this part of your life in order to be able to be okay in your personal life. Both the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords tell me that you've had to act in a very rational, logical, fair manner, an honorable manner, as it pertains specifically to people and the actions related to people. That's very good. People should be respecting you for those decisions that you've made, by the way. I don't know if they are, or if people even are aware of them. If you're a leader especially, you've been very fair with people. And you've been like a good contributor. If you're an individual contributor, you've been a good team player, I would say. Even despite the circumstances. I see a beautiful future for you here, though. That's a long-lasting future. The anchor talks about something that's long-lasting and hard-earned, and is going to be here for a long time. Also, the fish talk about abundance, so money. The Ten of Cups is the most beautiful. It's one of my favorite cards. In fact, these are my two favorite cards of the deck, are the Ten of Cups and the Sun. This is guaranteed bliss and happiness in the situation. Now, I don't know exactly what it is that sort of turns this difficult situation around. I almost feel like you have a lot to say about this, and almost a lot of your energy is wrapped up in turning this around for the better and for the positive. But you're going to be super happy. Obviously, this is like victorious energy. This is bliss. This is joy. This is you reaping the rewards of the hard work that you've done in the past. Also, I get a sense that other people will also be sort of enjoying the fruits of your labor. You've done good onto others, but not just like because that's the high quality character and person that you are, but because that's, you know, that's right and that's good karma coming your way. And now you haven't done just good for yourself, you've done good for others, is what I want to say. And so others also benefit from your hard work. And that could be your family life, your family and your home life. Those closest to you reap benefits and rewards because of your hard work, but also possibly people involved in this, the situation, whatever work environment you find yourself in. But I see you unbelievably happy towards the end of July 2025, especially because I think the situation has gone on for quite a bit of time. So, but I see you being completely successful and super happy, like absolutely bright future for you. So yeah, that is what I see for you guys. Thank you, Sagittarius, for joining me. Thank you, fire signs, for your time today. I hope you guys have a wonderful July 2025. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment if you guys made it this far. And also check out the other content on my channel. And I'm always available for personal readings if you guys want one. Love or career, whatever floats your boat. Hope you guys are well. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.